What's up, guys? It's Nightmare Reaps here, bringing you this second part to the China map on Syndicate gameplay me and Acid got. And we're doing the the co-op mode again. And like we said in the first part of this game's very, very hard. Or not this game, this level it's super hard. We have to divide it into four parts because we took so long to pass it, because it was, look at all those orange people and the UAVs, and it was a pain. But the other side, talking of the gameplay, I had an interesting topic that I thought was pretty interesting, and I wanted to share out my opinion. And it's the topic of marijuana. Yeah, you guys are like, oh, he's a pothead. Actually, no, I've only tried it once, didn't like it, so never touched the stuff after that. And but it wasn't, I didn't want to talk about my experience with it, but actually the people around me, especially focusing on high school. And me and Acid died right there. And I edited out this piece of the loading screen, so it just went back to us playing. But yeah, back to the topic of marijuana in high school. I'm from Oakland, California, and marijuana out here in Oakland is very, very common. It's practically like tobacco. The cops don't really care. You can smoke outside in the street. You won't get in trouble at all. Like, I'm not lying. And it was very uncomfortable growing up with, or not growing up, but going to school with people that smoked marijuana, because they look down upon you if you didn't smoke marijuana. And that, I still don't get it to this date. Like, I don't really drink either, so that's a whole nother topic. But like, you know, in high school, 80% of the people that I went to school with, they would always like smoke weed, you know, skip class. Our Castlemont's a pretty big campus. For those of you who aren't from Oakland and don't know what Castlemont is, but it's a pretty big campus, so there's a lot of spots where you can go and smoke if you really wanted to. And then the security guards at the school were kind of a little bit too cool when it came to weed, because they, as long as, you know, they, like, there was one security guard that'd be like, oh, let me get a hit or whatever, and you know, they wouldn't really get in trouble or anything, so that kind of sucked. But it's not like I don't want, you know, people to smoke weed, but I don't know, it's just, it bothered me, you know. It still bothers me that kids today, like, I still have friends that go to high school, and, you know, the thing that the cool kids do is smoke weed. And it's like, why are you, you know, falling into this, like, peer pressure thing where if you don't smoke weed, you're not cool, instead of doing your own thing and saying, nah, I'm good. Like, every single time, I kind of regret doing this in high school, but every single time they'd be like, hey dude, you want to go smoke a blunt or something? I'd be like, nah, I'm good, I already smoked some. Or like, I would always try and play it off like if I did smoke weed, because I didn't want them to think less of me, because I thought what other people thought about me in high school meant more than what I thought about myself. And now that I'm a little bit more mature, well, I like to think so anyway, I see that what other people think doesn't matter, especially when it comes to smoking weed. And which is why I don't do it, you know. And I tell people every time, you know, somebody occasionally comes up and, hey, you want to smoke something? Like, nah, I'm cool with that shit. I don't really mess with that. And I do have friends that smoke it, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't bother me, you know. It's like, I'll tell them straight up, like, dude, I don't really smoke weed. Like, I don't smoke weed at all. Like, I tried it when the first time I tried it, I was 19 years old, and I didn't like it. Like, it just, to be completely honest, I just got really hungry, and that was it. But it's just, in my opinion, it's stupid that kids in high school, especially in high school and middle school, they're like, oh yeah, we should go smoke a blunt, you know, that's all they want to do is just smoke. And I don't know, I might be looking down on them, I might not, but it just bothers me. And it's like, come on, guys. And then it's the guys like me and Acid that are looked down upon for doing stuff like playing video games on our spare time, when in reality, me and Acid, we stay home and play video games inside of our home, instead of, you know, smoking weed, doing drugs, you know, that sort of thing. and they come to us, you know, telling us, oh, you guys are wasting your life and blah blah blah. What are you doing with your life, you know? But that's a whole nother topic. So I just wanted to say, you know, don't smoke weed if you really don't want to. Like, if you're just trying to fit in, just tell them straight up, like, dude, I like you as a friend, but I don't like that you guys are trying to force me to smoke weed, or you keep on pressuring me to smoke weed. Just tell them no. You know, you gotta stand up for yourself and say no, I don't want to smoke weed, instead of, all right, yeah, I'll try it, and then, you know, not liking it but still doing it because you don't want to lose the friendship with a certain person. And it just frustrates me that people do that. Like, I don't want to say any names, but when I moved back to Oakland, I started hanging out with a few people, I should say. And while I was at their house, you know, one of their relatives got home, and that person was extremely high. Like, I saw that person, and I just knew it. Like, I just saw their eyes, and I was like, "What's wrong? You know, what's wrong?" And they were like, "Oh, just smoked a blunt with so and so." And in my head, like, dude, why are you little kids smoking weed? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? It's like, oh, I just don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, weed, I know. People say it's just a plant. It grows like that, Cat Williams. But at the same time, it's a drug, you know. Like, whenever I have to do a piss test for a job application, I always go through with it, you know. I always, like, yeah, dude, I don't mind. Like, you know, some places actually take hair because, you know, the fake piss or whatever. But it's like, why, you know, like, I'm sorry, it's just, it really frustrates me. Like, I'm getting jumbled up in my mind right now because I don't know what to say or how to say it. But, you know, like those commercials, really, really good commercials that I see is live above the influence. Don't let, you know, peer pressure defeat you and get you to smoke weed when you really don't want to. It's just not worth it. In the future, you're going to look back and say, I was smart enough to say no, instead of, oh, I just wanted to look cool, you know, I wanted to be with the little cool kids smoking weed, you know, that was a cool thing back in my day. But you're gonna regret it, I promise you, because you're probably gonna get addicted. That's probably gonna be a gateway drug for you, going to something else like crystal meth or heroin or angel dust or whatever the kids do nowadays. And and for those guys that do smoke weed, like, I kind of, like I said before in the video, I kind of do look down on you just a little bit, but I gotta clarify that. I look down upon those that smoke weed and then try and pressure their friends to doing it, and when they say no, they look down on their friends for, oh, they're not cool enough, you know, they're not worthy of hanging out with me because they don't smoke weed. Fuck those guys. Like, those are the people I don't like. I hate those guys, especially in high school. And, you know, my friend Turtle, I feel his pain when, you know, he's like, what's up with all the kids smoking weed? You know, I know where he's coming from, and it's like, dude, just stay away from that shit. But then there's the other group of people that they smoke weed, and, you know, they'll ask you the one time, hey, you want a hit or you want a blunt? And when you say, no, I'm not cool with it, they'll never ask you again. They know you're not comfortable with smoking weed, so they won't bring it up. Like, those are friends. Those are the kind of guys that I kick it with, you know, that they respect it, you know, like, they know I'm not cool with it, so they do it on their own time, and when they're around me, like, I won't stop them because it's their own life. So, video's coming to an end, and I went kind of on a rant here. I'm sorry about that, but it's just, it really frustrates me on marijuana, especially in Oakland anyways. And me and Acid finally passed that little part of this China map on Syndicate, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Leave a like, comment, really leave a comment hating or giving your feedback on what you thought of my topic here, you know, trying to, you know, throw my opinion out there. But it's just, yeah, man, live above the influence with the little arrow in the circle pointing up. Alright then, guys, this is Nightmare Reaps, and I'll see you guys next week, or actually I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, guys.
I'm gonna grab this shotgun, fuck it. coming up on the rendezvous point.
But I don't have ammo. So